From what I'd seen, it looks like meditation could do a tremendous amount of good. But then Professor Williams said something, almost casually, that took my journey off in a whole new direction.
What we're finding is that mindfulness-based work is not just useful for people who've been depressed, but for anybody.
Anybody? How can it help anybody then?
Because it involves dealing with expectations, with constantly judging ourselves, analysing ourselves, feeling they're not good enough or that they're a bit of a fraud. And that's something which is so widespread in our communities. All of these things are just thoughts, and they will come up in meditation, and learning to recognise what they are as thoughts and let them go can be enormously empowering for anybody.
Of all the claims I've heard when making this series, this has to be the most inspiring for me. The idea that meditation can help all of us, even if we're not ill. I mean, we all feel inadequate some of the time, you know, overwhelmed, too self-critical. They're things we all suffer from. The thought that meditation might help us to have better control of our emotions has to be worth exploring. Can we go to Temple Meads?
Yeah, no problem.
Just look at my life. Like most people, I'm constantly trying to juggle all sorts of things. I'm going to Hull on Thursday, filming with Nigel. And we're going straight from Hull to London. We're filming on Friday as well. I don't think I've got any space for about 3 weeks, unless we do it at weekend. I think it's really easy for lots of us to have those niggling thoughts that go around in your head. You do that, I must remember to do this, and oh, I was really rude to him, wasn't I? I have really struggled in the past to switch off. I forced myself to lie on that sofa and do nothing and just sit still for half an hour listening to music. And unless I do that, I just can't switch off.
Everyone can train your mind a few minutes a day, just as we do fitness exercise and we train in learning all kinds of informations. It's possible.
Professor Williams' belief that meditation can help us all to be more content had been suggested to me before. It took me back to what Mathieu had said to me in Nepal. What would you say the real benefits of meditation are?
Becoming a better human being.
That's not bad.
Isn't it? Isn't it the main thing? Decrease of anxiety, emotional balance, happiness, compassion.
All this talk about compassion, happiness, emotional stability might sound rather new agey and a bit woolly. But then I began to look into it more, and what I found was fascinating. There's a small band of scientists who are starting to look at this area of meditation and emotional well-being. And they're using technology that allows them to look inside our brains. Now, for this part of my journey, I really can't expect there to be any answers. Thing is, the work is still so much in its infancy. But I hope at least to get a glimpse of how scientists are trying to unravel the potential effects of meditation. Madison, Wisconsin, in the heart of America's Middle West. It's home to the Weissman Laboratory for Brain Imaging and Behaviour, where they study emotions. Dr. Richard Davidson, a neuroscientist, has been inspired by Buddhist monks, including my teacher Mathieu, and he's pursuing some extraordinary ideas.
By meditating, you can become happier, you can concentrate more effectively, and you can change your brain in ways that support that.
There was one particular study I wanted to talk to him about. It involved ordinary people, like you and me. In fact, very like me. A small group of scientists who worked in a busy biotechnology company.
We went into this company and we asked people who are interested to volunteer to participate in a study of the effects of meditation in reducing stress.
They went on a course similar to what I'd seen in Oxford with MBCT. Mainly meditation, but also some stress reduction techniques. They filled out questionnaires before and after the course, which asked them about their stress levels and happiness. How about their reported feelings? Did they say they felt happier too?
Interestingly, they do. They reported less anxiety and more happiness.
But Dr. Davidson didn't stop there. He wanted to find out what was actually happening to their brains. So he measured their brain activity before and after the course.
We found that there were significant changes that occurred over time in the brains of the people who went to the meditation group compared to the control group.
What he found was a shift in brain activity from the right-hand side of their brains to the left. Based on previous work he's done, he's come up with a theory to explain what this might mean.
People with more left-sided activation report that they are more enthusiastic, that they are more active, that they are happier.
He believes that by learning to meditate, you can improve your emotional well-being and actually alter your brain.
It means that certain psychological qualities, which have been regarded as fixed characteristics of people, like the capacity to pay attention or the extent to which one is happy, that those really should be better regarded as skills, which can be trained rather than as fixed traits.
It's a lovely idea that we might be able to change parts of our personality through meditation, so we're not necessarily stuck with, feeling unhappy or being uptight. But for now, it's just an idea. It needs a lot more scientific investigation. But Dr. Davison has given us a clue about what to look for. If he's right about the way that meditation may affect us all, then there might be physical changes happening in the brain, and they'd be something that scientists can measure. Once, everyone thought that the adult brain was fixed and never changed. But in a series of groundbreaking studies, this was overturned. One of them was on juggling. Now, entertainers like these are just one of the groups that have been studied in this new area of science. The study showed that if you took a group of people and over 3 months taught them how to juggle, the visual areas of their brain, so back here, the ones that were involved in following where the balls go, actually changed in just 3 months.